this dashboard up again. Because there's issues on this side. Apparently everything's going fine. It's just that there's no connection between this bit and this bit. Right. Let's try this again. I think we might be working again. Oh, sorry about that. OBS, either OBS or YouTube, or probably a bit of both, just decided to go completely nuts and not actually let me into the game. Not let me actually stream. It kind of, YouTube was saying that the stream was offline, OBS was saying that everything was fine, and they just didn't seem to be talking to one another, which was awesome. Anyway, I don't really know how much you got that before my stream dropped and everything went horribly wrong. So, welcome. Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Satisfactory. This is a game about building factories and upgrading them and doing research and breaking, because this is an experimental build of an early access version, which means that you can basically put it into a box and put a little line on it and put a little quotation to say expect problems. So far on this build I have found two rather irritating ones. The first is that if you put a stack of, 2 or more shards into a slot, it will put one in the slot and remove any others from that stack, which is a little irritating because you basically kill shards. Shards are how you upgrade your systems. All your machines can take power shards, and then you can overclock your machines to make them faster or whatever. Well, faster. The other one, which is less of an issue, really. If you kill a firefly with a rebar launcher, which is this thing, your game crashes, just flat out crashes, so which kind of sucks. You'll notice that I am switching weapons. Yeah, these are new things. These are new things that have been added, and this is the new thing that's been added. So in this experimental build, they have added the sulfur and quartz research chains. I should also note that this is a brand new world, so I don't have all the things that I had in my other world. But I'm actually almost to that point now. But I've got other things as well. So I've got this Nobelisk generator, detonator. Sorry, long week. Which basically gives me explosives. You place your explosive down, and then you hit your detonator, and explosive goes boom. Essentially, this is used for sort of clearing destructible objects, like those boulders those sort of cracked boulders that are around. There's one that's on top of a Caterham vein over that way. You can now blow that thing up and put a miner on there. You'll also notice that I'm switching between the weapons. We now have an arm slot, which if I go to tab, you unlock these as sort of time goes on, and it just allows you to have various things in your hands. So it's like a hotbar, but it's an unlocked hotbar as time goes on. Which means that if you get into a fight and you're carrying a chainsaw, you can switch over to your Xeno Basher without having to stop and open up menus. It's just an awful lot easier to kill things that are attacking you, or refill your health when things are attacking you. I think that's everything. So in my last world I had pretty much everything up to supercomputers. In this world I don't quite have everything, and I've also not unlocked the quartz chain yet. That's kind of what I'm aiming to do. Now I don't know why I was running over there, because I need to run over here and grab some of these tubes out of here. Out of the steel pipes, and I also need to run over this way because I need some things from here to make 4 more heavy modular frames, and then I can go out and get some oil, juicy oil. Right, be probably not quite enough. What are we missing? Steel beams. Yeah. There we go. Some more steel beams, and I need this thing that's over here. I'm also wearing, this is something that I didn't make before, I'm wearing the Blade Runners, which is basically a sort of an exoskeleton that makes you sprint faster and jump higher, which is actually really awesome. It's really useful for everything. Right, okay, so we now need to make some useful things. Oh, I unlocked the medicinal inhaler, which is a health potion, basically, but it needs a bacon garlic, which is quite rare, actually. I'll have to find some when I next go exploring, but for the moment, I don't need to go there. I need to go into this one. I have to manually craft these at the moment because I can't not, basically. The automatic crafter for this, because you need to combine 4 items, that crafter needs computers, which I don't have access to yet. Once I get the oil pump, then I can do that. The other neat thing that I learned a whole load of quite neat things about the game just through playing the experimental version. And these are all things that are actually in the game. You can hotkey things down here if you go into the Q menu. So I've been playing some Space Engineers. I'm getting a bit confused with the keys. You can basically say, well, I'm going to be building an awful lot of assemblers, so I can just put that on 7. And yeah, that's the thing you can do. That was quite a surprise when I accidentally did that. The other neat thing that you can do, I have forgotten it. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Anyway, let's go and see if we can get some more steel sorted. I'm having an awful lot of trouble with steel at the moment. I've got one making steel beams, which is actually going up here. I might have some steel beams in here. I kind of wanted to split the steel beams into 2 sides, because the steel beams can be used to upgrade conveyor belts. So I wanted to be pulling some off for conveyor belts, but right now I just need these heavy modular frames so that I can go out. While that's slowly doing that, we need to get the tractor up and running. I never really showed you the tractor before, because by that point I was in lorries, and lorries are better. They're far more awesome, and I had oil and all sorts of fun things. So I need to get that running. So I need the biofuel. I need to just make a load of biofuel, basically, and make sure I've got plenty of biofuel for the trip, which I've already scouted out. I know where it is. It's where is it? Yeah, where Beacon is, up there. So it's that way. Okay, I've got nothing there. And I think I've got some biofuel stuff in here. Or stuff that can be made into biofuel, I should say. And is that... yeah. Okay, let's go into that and just hold the button down for a bit. And it's reasonably quick craft. In my other world, I did actually automate this, but yeah, I haven't done that yet. It's reasonably quick to just craft, especially as I'm sort of doing other things as well. So it's all good. So for these trips, some things that I would sort of recommend if you're playing Satisfactory and you think, yeah, I want to go out into the wilds, make yourself a tractor to do so, especially when you're looking for things like oil. Oh yeah, that's one of the other things that they've done in this thing. They've moved the oil, and the oil is actually situated in an area that doesn't have an awful lot of resources nearby to it. So yeah, that's going to be interesting when I actually start doing sort of the pathfinding side of things, which will be now actually, because I'll be basically laying down segments of roadway to make sure that when I can run trucks, then it's an awful lot easier to do, basically. Right, so I've got plenty of biofuel, which will be useful for both running the tractor and running the explosives. I mean the chainsaw, wherever it is, it's gone. Yeah, there it is. It's like this really nice sort of collapsible chainsaw. I love it. Never work in real life, but this isn't real life. So yes, make sure you've got plenty of biofuel. Also make sure you've got plenty of concrete for actually placing the roadway segments down. And also it would be worth grabbing some iron plates as well for walls and the like. So I'm just going to grab, I don't know, about up to there maybe of that. And check on this to see if we've got any more rebar. Which we do. Which I might be able to make another beam. Wait, what? Sorry, frame. Yes, I can. I just need the modular frames, which I've got over here. Oh yeah. The other useful thing that I learned. Actually, I learned it in the other one, but you get these alternate recipes out of hard drives. And when you research them, actually those recipes are really, really good. So I've actually got one running now. I managed to get a hard drive, and I unlocked the stitched iron plate, which is a replacement for reinforced iron. So if we jump into here, I'm putting this stitched iron plate in, which is basically just reinforced iron plate. But it's an alternate recipe, and you just need, instead of needing screws and plates, you need copper wire and plates, and you actually get three reinforced iron plates out of that recipe, meaning that everything's faster. Everything's a lot faster when you start running this stuff. So actually those alternate recipes are really, really worth doing. Right, and I also just need to jump over here and upstairs. The factory looks more complicated than it is. It's just a case of I built it so I know ways around how to get to places. So I'm just going to take a few stacks of that and jump down here. And because I'm wearing the exoskeletons on my legs, I can fall from higher distances and not take damage, which is nice. Should note that both the tractor and the lorry do also contain a workbench for sort of a craft bench rather than it doesn't have an equipment workshop in it, but it does have a craft bench, so you can make sort of ammunition and that sort of thing on the move, which is useful. Or parts if you've got some parts to make, it can do that. It should be good. I believe I have already set up a biofuel generator up there, so I don't need to get any sort of biofuel stuff. I do just need one more of these, I think, or is it two more? Oh, three more of these. Okay, what else can we do while we wait for the steel beams? Probably just wander up here and just make sure that we're not running out of coal or anything like that. And eventually I'll sort of trail a line all the way over, but right now I'm not bothering about that. I've also already got the oil refinery up and running, ready to receive the oil. So generally what I would do is go there in the tractor, lay with the roadway so that we've got a path set, which is a two wide roadway. Set up the systems. I might also see if I can make a truck stop up there. That would be useful. So if I go to here and I go to vehicles and truck station. Oh yeah, I've got all the stuff that I need for that. I think if I do that, yeah, it doesn't really change anything. I've got everything that I need. I love this idea that an awful lot of games, Space Engineers is a good example. You've got your list of parts to build an item, and then you forget. You forget what you're looking for, you forget what you need, or you forget, something to queue up. Having the ability to just say, these are the things that I need for this project. Done. I've got a list of things that I now need to find next to me, and everything can sort of be worked out. I can just work off that list, which is awesome. I don't think there's anything I can do to speed any of this up, unfortunately. It's just a case of hurry up and wait, I think, at this point. Yeah. As time goes on, I can speed this up. I need just one more, and I can then make this last thing. I think there's a better steel recipe as well that you can unlock. You can unlock an awful lot of recipes that are just better recipes. They make more from resources. This is really, really slow. Why is this so slow? Oh, no, it's coming down. No, it's not. Oh, for goodness sake. Why am I not getting any steel? It's like the steel is very, very slow, and I'm not completely certain why. Coal is the coal is not coming through particularly well by the looks of things. Let's nick that coal because I need one more of these. I'll make, yeah, there we go. We're good. Oh, I also found you can go up these ladders. Which ladders? These ladders. Well, any ladders you can see, you can just go up them, which is awesome. I love that. It just adds for mobility. There's an awful lot of stuff in this game that you kind of, you kind of wonder why these systems aren't used in more other games, like factory builders, especially. They would all benefit from things like having this menu on the side. It's just it's not making the game easier at all, but it is making the systems. It's making the systems more user-friendly, I guess, so that you don't have downtime. And you do have downtime in this game, but it's usually very short moments of I'm like now I'm just sort of waiting for enough of a thing to be made, and I've just realised that I don't have any bolts on me, and I need the bolts to make the heavy modular frames. But later on there'll be better recipes for making heavy modular frames, which will be a bit more expensive. But actually, in the long run, that it's cheaper because it's using different, more sort of base components to make a thing. Right, I think I've got some bolts over here. Yep. Excellent. Right, let's get into over here and make a heavy modular frame, which is the last one I need. Excellent. Yeah, an awful lot of this stuff needs things I can't do at the moment, or I want to do other things. I don't want to get the rifle yet because I want to get the oil sorted out first. So let's go into the tractor and go for an explore. Wherever it is, I left it over here somewhere. I didn't take it all the way in. I say I didn't take it all the way in. I think that, yeah, it's here. Right. So first things first, fuel. Because it was quite low on fuel, so I'm just going to make sure that I've got it topped up. Plenty of fuel. And yeah, I can't remember what they nicknamed this thing, but it's like cube or something along those lines. It's like a sugar cube because it's sweet. I think that's what they call it. It's very square, this thing. It's not hugely fast, but it is quite nimble. And I'm going to try and go as the crow flies as much as possible. There are sort of the lake, sort of dried up lake beds and the like that I can use for a certain amount of navigation. Like round here, I'd probably lay the waypoints along this route up until you get to things like this slug. And then maybe go up here a bit. Oh yeah, and over to this bit, and then I would assume sort of go over here. Got to be a little bit careful because, well, monsters obviously, but they don't really bother you. But it's more like things like this. Ooh, yeah, there's this crashed thing. This has intrigued me because this is a crashed supply pod, which kind of indicates that other people have been here, but this doesn't seem to be a thing that I can use, unfortunately. It's not a pod I can interact with. Oh wait, no, it's there. It's out here it's in the sea. Okay, so this is a multi-part thing, so I will need to come back when I've got some steel beams. So the way these work is that these are crashed drop pods, and some of them just need power, some of them just need something to repair them with. This one needs both. And it states what it needs. It needs 20 megawatts of power and some steel beams. I can provide the power because I can just build a biofuel thing and hook it up, but I don't have the beams at the moment to spare, so for the moment that's fine. I've already put some roadway in, so I'm heading in the right direction. Now we need to sort of go over here a bit. I think this roadway pretty much takes me there. No, not this one, evidently, because no, that's not. It must be the other one. Yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know. And it must be this one. So you sort of come out here and then. Oh, right, so go over here and then just basically go straight on, and then up here. I've killed an awful lot of the monsters as well around here, so I'm not really too concerned. I've done an awful lot of scouting out, so there's no monsters around here, and there's no gas pockets either, which is nice. So the last one, on my last world, I actually lost a couple of tractors and a lorry from driving into pockets of gas, which was slightly irritating. Right, I don't think I went this way because that one is still in. Or did I? I did kill one of them. Up or down? That's the question. I'm gonna go down because that doesn't look like I've been there before. This one doesn't either, to be fair. But might be all. Oh no, I remember those two. I do remember those two. And I remember some of this as well, I think. Oh god. Frame rate just plummeted. Frame rate I've just had a stall. It's fine. If it looks like it's stalled on your screen, it's also stalled on mine. This takes about a minute and then it'll be back to normal. It'll be fine. I think this might be something to do with loading the map. I'm not totally sure, but it's not. Ah, there we go. It's not. It's not something new. It may be an issue with loading something on the map, but yeah, it takes about sort of 30 seconds, and then it's usually back to normal. If it takes too long, then it will just crash. I think I've just taken a long cut. Right, okay. Where am I? I have no idea at this point. This is a very much dead end. I'm going to very, very carefully turn around and not fall down a chasm. Okay. Maybe I needed to go straight on at that other fork then. Right, how best do we go? I'll just run this thing over. I'm close, I think. I think I am close. Because, well, yeah, I just think I am quite close now. I'm not going in the cave. There's spiders in there, and, you know, I don't mind spiders, but other people do. I'm not going to fault them for that. Yes, yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's down here. We're gonna. When this thing gets up some speed as well, it can sort of drift, which is slightly alarming. Right, so under here, I've just got to be a bit careful because of the water. I don't want to end up in the water, but